As a former member of Congress, our next guest was actually on the floor as the president addressed the country in his first State of the Union address.
That's right. Fox News contributor and former GOP Congressman Jason Chafetz is here with an inside look of what we didn't see behind the scenes at the State of the Union. Jason, I guess when all these Democrats are boycotting, that leaves you a few seats.
Yeah, there were a few extra seats on the floor. Yeah, it wasn't hard finding it was, and they fill it in with staff. You know, the back, they make it look at
seat
the diplomatic corps comes in, they fill in the seats with the staff. But it's an honor to be on the floor of the House when the president is addressing the nation.
Absolutely, and because you were right there. We had heard when the president was talking about Dreamers and then shifted to MS-13, there was it sounded like groaning. You said it wasn't just groaning, it was hissing?
There were times where you could hear, audibly hear hissing that was going on.
Hissing, like a snake?
And look, it was an absolute total embarrassment. The Democrats, you're talking about mom, apple pie, the American flag, and God we trust, first responders, the military, and their Democrats could not get up out of their seat, could not clap their hands.
And the one part I heard about when I was able to hear from the television, we all were, was the booing, and it was brought up right here. Let's look.
Open borders have allowed drugs and gangs to pour into our most vulnerable communities. They have caused the loss of many innocent lives. Here tonight are two fathers and two mothers. Their two teenage daughters, Kayla Cuevas and Nisa Mickens, were close friends on Long Island.
That audio was not as bad as it was on the floor. I can tell you on the floor it was worse than that. You're trying to focus on the president. You want to go and recognize the people, but at least off to your left, at least from where I was sitting, these
hisses and boos,
hissing and booing, and
how rare is that?
It's stand up.
How rare is that?
Look, it is rare. And look, they had a script. It is the resist movement. It doesn't matter what the president says or how he does it, and how dare the president actually do what he says. I sat on the floor for 8 years and listened to Barack Obama, but we were polite. We were nice. We stood and applaud, but when you're
you didn't stand and applaud every time. It was it's always partisan.
Yes, but when you're recognizing first responders, ordinary Americans who have done extraordinary things, when you're talking about the flag and God we trust, of course, that's when the country needs to be united. And it was pretty disgusting on the floor. And I'd say a lot of members were sorely disappointed that they couldn't just be Americans that night and show a little respect, not just to the president, but show respect to the world, that we actually stand behind the men and women who make this country so great.
I know they're thinking about the election coming up in November, and all the House members are up for re-election, and a third of the senators are up for re-election. Yeah. And that's on their mind. But when they don't stand, when the president is talking about bonuses and our paychecks and people getting jobs and unemployment being lower than ever, does that backfire come November?
Hey, I think America got to see the difference. If you're not standing and saluting our flag, if you're not standing, recognize. And I had a chance afterwards to meet an American hero. The Army Staff Sergeant. I was able to go up there and shake his hand and thank him for his service.
There he is.
An honor to meet a true hero. How in the world can anybody on that floor justify sitting on their hands and not
And you say the attitude was upbeat with the Republicans?
Oh, yeah. Anytime the president gives a good speech, it's good. It's good on the floor.
All right, Congressman, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
2 days in a row.
Yeah. All right, they were